bird on a tree.
Who is Jane Addams? Jane Addams did it all, as you can see from the list above. Here are a few things. As an author, she wrote many pieces advocating for those who did not have a voice. She is a main figure in the movement of women's suffrage and strive for world peace. In 1931, she became the first American woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize, and her work as an activist helped the lives of immigrants, the poor, children, and especially women. Here's what we've all been waiting for, the Hull House. Jane Addams really did that. She co-founded it in 1889 with Ellen Gates Starr. This settlement house was used to house immigrants, women, and children. In 1911, the house grew to over 13 buildings, and in 1912, it was completed with the addition of a summer camp. Here she held Italian nights, where she showcased what the culture was like. Children were taught and looked after while mothers were at work, and the house provided a haven for those who needed it. How did Jane impact people? Her work provided better lives for many people. Her work as an activist and author helped to reach people on a wide spectrum, and she educated those who did not know much about the topics she discussed. Her work as a reformer and social worker changed the lives of many in need, mainly immigrants, women, and children. She saw immigrants the same as Americans and provided a place where they could be free to do as they pleased without the scrutiny that came with it. She coached women and empowered them, and by founding the Hull House provided a home for all. Here's a list of why Jane Addams is the best, because she really is. She advocated for those oppressed by others, for example, immigrants, women, and children. She spoke for those who did not have a voice and was not afraid of the backlash that came with it. She gave up on the life of marriage and children to focus on those more in need. The Hull House, plain and simple. She created social, political, and economic reforms that are still in action today. Her work with women's suffrage, women now have a voice, and women work the same as men. Why don't we end off with some fun facts about the greatest woman in history? She graduated valedictorian from the Rockford Female Seminary. She traveled through Europe, and while she was there, visited a settlement house, which gave her inspiration on her journey. She was in poor health throughout all her work, but pushed through. She is described as lesbian in contemporary terms, and at her time was open about who she was in a relationship with. And she was in a relationship with the co-founder of the Hull House, Ellen Starr.